Unbelievable. I just gotta wait till it pops in. It's ridiculousness. I did so many things idiotic right now. It's not even funny. Unbelievable. Yeah. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I'm an idiot. You know, I mean, maybe that's sorry. I don't even know what I'm doing with my hair. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe I'm just an idiot. And I've always believed this. I've always believed that idiots and psychos don't ever think they are. Has anyone ran into like an idiot who's like, no, seriously, I get nothing. Like I'm a bozo. Like I'm a complete moron. Everything that comes out of my mouth is just asinine. And you ever run into a person like that? No. So I think idiots, psychos, crazy people, lunatics don't know they're that, which means I can easily be an idiot, a psycho, a lunatic, or any of those things. So can you. But any of us can be. But I'm starting to think like maybe I am. Maybe I'm whacked up. Maybe I'm autistic. Maybe I have Asperger's. Maybe it's a million different things. Maybe I'm bipolar, hypertension, PTSD. I don't know. Maybe I do have PTSD. You know, I found my dad with his head blown off. I walked in on my mom having sex with multiple different guys that were paying her to have sex. Not at one time. I never caught her in the middle of a gangbang. She was never pulling stops on the train. I don't know how that works. What I'm saying is, though, like I might have PTSD. Maybe I'm an absolute lunatic. I don't know. But I'm confused. I'm confused about everything going on right now. And maybe I'm not the only one. I'm going to start with this is, when did we forget that all the things that in the past and currently all these other countries are doing? Did you know that in China right now, there's horrible atrocities? Did you know that it's Chinese people committing them on poor Chinese and other non-Chinese people in China? Did you know that? Did you know in Korea, the North and the South, when they were committing atrocities, that was Korean people attacking Korean people? So I think of that, right? And I go, okay, wow, that's horrible. Now, I am not one of these people who believes there were good old days. We haven't ever had good old days, not in this world, not in this country. We're progressing, hopefully, at one point to good days, to better days. Hopefully, we progress further and further to better days. Right now, it's iffy. But there weren't good old days. There were good old days for different people at different times. Never for poor people. Let's just remember, never for poor people. And I don't know that there was a time ever for women where they were kicking ass. You know, this may be it at most, but I don't think women ever got a shot. But all the races, except for maybe the Inuit, every other race has fucking destroyed their own race. Other races gone after people, been racist, are to this day horribly racist. And now, again, this depends on the fact that if I'm a complete lunatic and I'm making this stuff up, then no. If in Asian countries they're good to each other and they're not killing and torturing, if they're not making people kill babies because they won't let them have a certain amount of babies, if they're not doing insane genocides and things like that, if this wasn't true, hold on, let me share this with you. If this wasn't true, okay? If this wasn't true, then if this wasn't true, the Asian genocide when Japan fought in the war with China from 19, hold on a second, from 19, I'll show you guys right now. The Asian Holocaust killed twice as many people as the Nazis did. Wow. They said 1937 to 45, which was a a lie in history. It was 1931 to 1945. But so wait a second. So when you say like, oh, mom and dad and this and that, and oh, my parents were humble Asian. Well, were they, or were your parents the guy with the bayonets? You see, because these people died. The other two people were dead. So if you have parents, it wasn't those two. It was the attackers, you see. And but maybe, again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that isn't real. Maybe that never happened. Maybe to this day, maybe Tiananmen Square never happened. Maybe Tiananmen Square never happened. But, okay, because see, here's my problem, and here's again where I might be an idiot. I have never, I've made a million little penis jokes. I have never had a problem with Asian people as a people in any way. I know there are some people who do, and I get it that there's a guy named Jethro who fought in WW2, and I'll tell you, you know, or this and that. I get those people exist. I'm saying they do exist, but they exist in every color. Asian, there's like Japanese people who have grandfathers who were like, well, we had to whip those people's asses because the Chinese deserved it, you know, and oh, grandpa, but it's all said in Japanese, you know. That's what I'm saying is all the Archie Bunkers exist across the globe. Across the globe. There's an Inuit guy who doesn't want his daughter dating French guys, you know, I mean, whatever it be. Unless I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, again, please understand. If I'm wrong, then yeah, I'm totally crazy, and I'm starting to think I might be, because I am going out of my mind, trying to be nice to everyone, trying not to argue. I'm trying not to argue with people. Some guy was forcing his views that Jews were never slaves on me. I'm at a comedy show. I'm doing comedy. I crushed. Okay, and people know me. I don't say that shit unless I did. I fucking rocked that show of people who did not want to hear shit, did not want us even there at that point, and fucking knocked that shit out. Thank you. Here's the thing. But then I had to, and I'm going, oh my God, dude, I go, I'm sorry, I'm a teacher. I'm not brilliant. I don't know everything, and I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure we were the first on record slaves. And I'm going to say on record slaves, because just say, oh, we were the first slaves is complete bullshit. To believe that there wasn't slavery before the Egypt pyramids, that's ignorance. There were other slaves, and there were slaves at the same time that we were slaves. So no, we weren't the first slaves, but we were the first on record slaves. Egyptians or Africans were the first slave owners. Again, so he goes, yeah, well, those Jews were black. They were Hebrewites. I get what you're saying. They were darker skinned because of the climate. They were also the people who dispersed and became me with like the Armenians. See, people don't understand is I love Armenians. You're Jewish anyway. I love you. You're my brethren. You're the OG Caucasian Jews. You're the Jews out of the Caucasus Mountains. You're the European Jews, but it wasn't that. You're part of the 7 tribes or 12 tribes. Goddamn an idiot. I think it's 12 tribes, 11 tribes. If Fernberg was here, he'd know. And he's half a Jew. I'm a whole Jew, and I barely fucking know. Here's the thing. This is what I'm saying. Is he was trying to tell me that Jews weren't slaves, and Jews have never gone through really anything or had to deal with. And I'm like, oh my God. Now, here's one thing I have said forever. In this country, for sure, in this country, Black people have been treated shittier than anyone else except for Black women, who actually are the shittiest treated people in the entire country. In America, the shittiest treated people are Black women. Even though so many people revere them, I love Black women. So many people revere them. They're treated so shitty. They're all treated like a bad Martin impression, and they aren't that at all. They're amazing. They're the astronauts. They're the physicists. They're the gang members. They're the boxers. They're the priests. They're the converted Jews. They're everything that everyone else is. But Black women have been treated shittier than anyone else in the world, but in this country. Black men second. The rest of us, Jews, Latins, Irish, Asians, across the board, have all been treated crappy at different times. Not dragged by trucks, not hung off of trees. None of my family was ever really that worried unless we were part of the Freedom Riders, the Jews that were involved in the Freedom Riders of the protest. None of my family was really worried about getting hung. Maybe a cross burned, but not hung. And so, yeah, I mean, that's the problem is people, I do recognize that. But then when you're going to be a black man and tell me that Jews were never slaves, then I can't talk to you any further. But if I break it down to you and he's, oh, these are facts. No, absolutely not. I mean, they might be somewhere, but I don't know that they're even recognized facts. Like I get that my facts about Jews could be made up. That's the sound of Hollywood. I get that all this could be made up. And I truly understand that in this country, black people have been put through more than anybody else, period. And everybody else tries to jump on the next black or this, you're not. It's like PTSD. Our soldiers went through serious PTSD fighting for what they thought was our freedom. They got PTSD watching people's heads explode, bodies fall apart, people screaming, help me, with their guts in their hands, watching babies die. These people got PTSD. There's also people who've had bad relationships who have PTSD because the person bugged them, because the person was mean. Sorry, no. Maybe yes. Maybe I'm an idiot. Again, I'm starting to believe that I have to be an idiot. Even though people would come up to me all the time and be like, dude, I so agree with you. I just can't say so. But I'm still thinking I have to be an idiot. And I'll tell you one of the biggest reasons right here. That's the memorial for Jonathan Pryce. See that? I barely have to get it out of the way. That's the memorial for Jonathan Pryce right there. That my penis is bigger than that. That's the memorial for this fucking hero of a human being. This person who, I swear to God, if I had to pick someone for any of my kids to date, sons, daughters, whatever, straight, gay, whatever it be, this would be the person I would want my child bringing home. This is the man. If my child, whichever one of my children date men, if this was the man my children brought home, I would be fucking thrilled. I would smile ear to ear. Holy shit, you got a good dude here. This guy was Boys and Girls Club, and again, to this day, not a drop of bad story about him. There is not one snippet, not a snippet against this dude in life. He's done everything right and everything good. He contributed to society in a positive way, probably from day one. His parents I think it was, I got to remember, I believe his parents, if I'm correct, it was mom and dad, raised him amazing, and I believe were wonderful, amazing people themselves. No murals, no millions of dollars to the family. I'm sure they got a settlement. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure they got a settlement. He was straight out murdered. I don't even know what the cop ended up getting. Actually, you know what? Let's just see. What was the police officer in the Jonathan Pryce shooting convicted of? Charged with murder. He had $1 million bail. Come on. Okay, so follow me on this, please. Okay, I want you. Wait. Actually, I want you to see this. Sorry. I want this scene because, okay, all of it is charged with murder. You can't find anything where he's been convicted. Derek Chauvin has been tried and convicted. Derek Chauvin was tried and convicted. And I'm not going to get into whether we believe that was the actual same Derek Chauvin we saw in the video, because I looked at it and I didn't see the same ears and I didn't see the same person. But that's a different theory. What I'm going to say is Derek Chauvin's, where it was so shaky, where the guy didn't, Chauvin didn't get it. Chauvin's a prick. I get it. I don't like him either, but I didn't like the guy who I fucking saved the other day who was being attacked. But right is right, and I saved the guy. But I didn't like him. I hated everything about him. But he was being attacked, and he didn't deserve to be. So I helped him, and I saved him, you see. But that's what I'm saying is, but here's the thing. I don't like Chauvin, but here's the thing. Chauvin tried and convicted. The Sean, what's his name? Sean Lucas, charged still, out on bail. Sean Lucas is out on bail, charged with murder, but it's going to get dropped and everything else because they can sneak it around right now. That no one cares. Why, if Black Lives Matter, do we not care about this perfect life? Here's a black man, a big black man, you see. The kind that gets shot, harassed, and arrested all the fucking time for doing nothing, and we know that. Look at that dude's face. What do you see but love? Every time I think of it, I want to cry. This and my friend KD Brown, who has never been recognized by Bally's Casino for saving people's lives, throwing himself on a gunman and being killed, never recognized. KD Brown, black man, comedian. And Jonathan Pryce, look at his face, man. Every time I see it, I want to cry because we don't. I asked 10, 15 people, white, black, this, all liberal, like at the farmer's market, people I knew. I'm friends with them, right? And I asked them, I go, hey, you know who Jonathan Pryce is, right? And a couple of them went, yeah, I know the name. I go, yeah, he, and I go, I don't know I know the name. I go, yeah, he was murdered by a cop in Chicago. I think it was Chicago, right? Yeah. Well, oh, sorry. Idiot. Texas. He was shot by a cop, murdered. He was a pillar of the community, never did drugs, never arrested, never anything. But his killer hasn't been tried yet. And so I say, maybe I'm crazy. I'm trying to get along with everyone. I'm trying to smile and be nice. But I just saw a whole thing where these reporters, Connie Chung and people like that were coming out going, yeah, it was been horrible. Connie Chung was doing cocaine with Maury Povich and banging everybody around the Hollywood Hills. They were swingers. What the fuck is she talking about? That woman was a Viking. That woman was a beast. She hired and fired at the flip of a tip. I mean, it's insanity when I see this and I'm going, oh my God. Oh my God. I had an old friend of mine who I saw making posts about, what, bro? You're making that up. We were all there. Nobody teased you. Fuck, dude, if anyone, he was our personal friend. If someone were to tease him, we'd have fucked him up. But we didn't tease him. Nobody cared he was Filipino. All I'm saying is, maybe I'm just absolutely a lunatic. See, here's the problem. I came out about Megan Rapinoe because, see, Megan Rapinoe represents so many white women in America that come from Republican money, that come from conservative. See, even though I supported Trump, I've never been a conservative. I'm not a conservative and I'm not a Republican. If anyone understood, my biggest reason for getting behind Trump was his stance on child trafficking and arresting more. Because even at the beginning of his presidency, I still hated him. Then when I saw what he was doing with child trafficking, when I saw he was doing this, and I saw how the economy was turning around, I got on board. I'm not going to ever say I didn't. I got on board. I just had some girl tell me over the thing that, if I was a Trump supporter, she didn't want to date me. I'm not a Trump supporter, but I said, okay, I am. She wasn't even really good looking. Like she's like the girl who's going to date some goof pasty guy who's going to fucking cheat on her with her sister. And then she's going to cry about it, but I thought we'd get coffee because I was bored, but yeah. So she was like, oh, that's good. I mean, I almost want to show her a picture, but I wouldn't do stuff like that. So you understood that. Yeah, no, she looks my age. She looks both of our age. So I'm trying to hang out with women my age to make friendships. But she looked both our age. And I was just trying to hang out with people. She hit me up. And then it's like, oh, are you a Trump supporter? I'm not a supporter. But I said, yeah, because you can't call me out on shit. And and this is where I'm really trying. I even told my son, like, I'm really working so hard. I'm not saying shit. I walk away from conversations. The conversation where the guy told me there was no Jewish slaves and Jews have had it easy basically throughout history, and there was basically was everything short of denying the Holocaust, right? And again, I don't compare what happened to the Jewish people in America to what happened to black people in America. They're two totally different things. I'll compare what happened to black people in Germany, though, to what happened to Jewish people in Germany. Two different things. Can't compare them. Nothing really happened to black people in Germany, whereas Jewish people were killed instantly. There were black people killed, but minutely. There were Jewish people killed during the civil rights, but minutely. So yeah, in this country, I wouldn't compare what happened to Jewish people, Irish people, Asian people, or any of them. Any of us people like that, I wouldn't compare that to what happened to black people by any means. But when you tell me that Jewish life, I can't stand it. So, but I stopped there. I go, hey, you know what? I'm not going to do this because I don't do these arguments anymore. There's no money in them. There's no reason for them. No worries. You win, bro. You're right. And he's like, yeah, well, you're acting like I go, no, you can have your opinion. I will not get into this with you. Two totally different things. I have mine, you have yours. We're going to rock and roll, buddy. I love you, though. And I do. I love them. I love them. But I don't come from the back down. I don't come from I'm scared. I don't come from anything. I don't come from I'm going to let you be right. But I'm learning to try and back it down and not have the argument. There's no point. You know, like today I was going to the farmer's market. I forgot to put my mask on as I was pulling in on the scooter, right, with my daughter. And this Latin dude comes up and he's like, excuse me, and I realized what? He's like, he sort of points to the sign, right? He speaks English, but he was so scared to death to hit me up about my mask because I guess he's probably hit people up and they've attacked him. I go, dude, do you want me to put on my mask? Is that what you're saying? He goes, well, I go, it's no problem. I totally forgot. Let me put it on. He goes, okay, you can't ride the scooter. I go, no, I could ride the scooter. It's legal. I'm not going to because I'm not a dick and I wouldn't ride through people. But it's a public street where your farmer's market is. So it is legal. But I go, not a big deal, bro. I go, listen, not a worry. I'll put the mask on. We're covered. I'm walking the scooter. I go, have a great day. The old me would have had to argue and this and that. I'm vaccinated, this and that, right? No, not doing it anymore. Not doing it. I'm trying to smile, trying to do all that. I'm trying to be happier. It's not my best work, but I'm not unproud of it. It's not my best work. By the way, Eugene, thank you, buddy. Great show. Great show. Absolute blast. I did a Legion in Sunland. Army Legion is pretty wild. I mean, like really, really cool deal. They were rough. I even told them they were like masturbating with sandpaper. Rough, but I'll finish. Oh, I said, I'm keeping my smile. Please stop trying to take it. It's the only smile I have, even when I fake it. Take my only smile. I'll then be left with a frown. And you, a well-deserved beat down. And that's my poem. That's it. But so I think I'm really lost. Okay, so I've gone off on Megan Rapinoe and all this stuff, right? But here's why. She kept her team from going to the White House because Trump's a jerk. Meanwhile, sorry, I'm an idiot. She was like, no, we're not going to meet Trump and this and that. And Trump's like, fine, canceled. But there were people on her team who might have wanted to, meet, like go to the White House. Like they worked really hard for that. You know what I'm saying? Like they worked really hard for that. And that's her dad. You can barely find pictures of her dad anywhere, but her mom and dad totally supported Trump. Now watch this, though. Watch this part, because this is fantastic. Oh, is it here? Can I find it? Wait a second. Here, down. So, here we go. This one, watch. Okay, so this one, right? So this here is Megan Rapinoe's white supremacist brother. It's her white supremacist brother that she's hugging. He was in jail. He was part of the Aryan Nation. But there she is hugging him. Aw, he's okay. So that's why I say I'm getting really tired and I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be wonderful. Um, it's just hard, man. It's like, I know there's other people out there like me that I don't hate anyone. I don't have a problem with anyone ever. Someone's beating up a tree. I don't have problems with people. I don't have a problem with any. I don't care what anyone is. So I know I'm stupid when it comes to the Asian thing because I imagine that throughout the country, people are just rampantly attacking Asians. I don't know. I kind of thought maybe like they just didn't want to get grouped in with being white because Asian people have the most amount of money and most property, highest incomes, the best, like the highest jobs, highest paying jobs in the world. You know what's crazy though? If like Japan and China and stuff really wanted to take over America, I guess the best way to do it would be able to would be to first create this whole hysteria. And then when they start putting people into positions, if you say anything, well, you're a racist. I don't know. Anyway, I'm confused. Maybe I'm the stupid one. I don't know. I'm trying to keep my smile. I'm trying to stay neutral. Again, man, if you can, like, I always feel like people understand what my people, Jewish people, have gone through in this country, in this world, and know that I understand what your people have gone through. And yes, there were Jews that had to do with what we went through, and there were Africans that had to do with what Africans and Black people went through. There was Asians that, I mean, it's on and on. I get it all. I guess perhaps we should try to figure out maybe who doesn't hate. See, it's not really about that you have to like other people. Like, I have to like you because I have to respect your being. I just have to not hate and everything else. Like, don't hate anyone. Don't care what anyone is. Say hi and good morning. Intermingle and marry and mix and everything else. Like, I got in my family, there's so many different races, and I don't mean in my family. I don't mean I got a grandpa who is this. I don't mean, oh, my great grandma was this or something like. No. In me and my 3 kids, there's Greek, Welsh, Jewish, Haitian, African, Irish, German, Romanian, Yugoslavian, and Russian. That's between me and my 3 kids. Not my great aunt. No, right? That's what I'm saying. So I don't, like, I'm not getting it, man. Why can't we just all move forward? There were no good days. There were no good old days, not from the beginning of time, not when the Moors were in charge, not when the English were in charge, not when the Spaniards were in charge, not when the Asiatic, the Imperial Empire, not when the Imperial Empire was in charge, not when Russia was in charge, not when white people were in charge, not when America was in charge. There's been no good old times. So maybe we should move forward to human times. Now, if I'm wrong in saying, fine, I've done nothing. My family got to this country in the 1900s, like during the Holocaust, okay? I personally have done nothing but be a benefit to society in the most general way, meaning I've been a teacher, I've been a good father, okay? But I've been a public school teacher in South Central Los Angeles. I've started programs for kids. I've started soccer leagues for kids. I've done different things and I've helped out, and I help out as much as I can, try and be a good person every day to people around me. I help to feed someone if I have something. If I see somebody walking by with family or kids or things, I'll offer stuff. I offer stuff my daughter doesn't want or doesn't use to the kids. I find people, I give stuff away, all this stuff, right? I'm not going to wear your pin. I'm not going to agree with your ignorance or your hate or your anything. Not from any side, man. Pitch me your Klan shit, fuck off. Pitch me your supremacy shit of any kind for any group, fuck off. I'm not doing it. And the fact that we have to pretend so much that we're just so neutral, we're not neutral, we're human. I'm pro-humanity. I am pro-human. I'm pro-beings, all living beings. I'm pro-humanity, though, first. Human beings first. But human beings can coincide with animals. We have to. But then when I say even human beings, I guess I'm kind of including animals in that because they're a part of us. Then we got to consider our plants. They're alive. Not that, yeah, we need them, we use them, but we also have to consider them. Is it right to keep using paper? Is it right to keep using paper when we don't need it? Like, well, how come we haven't stopped to do that? How come we haven't stopped to realize that, okay, the pipeline never should have been closed? But you know what? We should already be way past using fossil fuel and not these stupid huge batteries. Tesla already made shit. It's been done. This is what I'm trying to tell you. The fact that none of you know who the fuck this is really. Most of you don't even fucking know who he is. I hope you all look him up, all one of you. Please share this one video because if you can look up this dude and realize that nothing was done, that how little a mention was about him and why. Breonna Taylor, Floyd, George Floyd, everywhere. This guy, no mention. But he's never done anything wrong in his life, and he's a pillar of the community. He's just a fantastic human and an incredible representation of the average and majority of Black men, which is a positive influence on the world. The majority of Black men in this world are positive, just like the majority of white men in this world are positive. Majority of white women, Black women, the majority of men and women in this world want things to be better. There's a lot of them are scared. Others are willing to fight and die for it. Then you have a small group that wants things to be run a certain way, and they want all the power and they want all this, and that's just how it is. And I'm not talking about some weird conspiracy. It's just the people with money who have the power. They don't want to give it up and they don't want to lose it. But why wasn't this dude brought into the light? How come so many Black men and women don't know his name and what happened to him? It hit the news. It was right at that time during the George Floyd thing and everything. If a Black person got bumped in a mall, it was news. This guy was shot in the fucking back after being tased for doing nothing, no weapon. He was breaking up a domestic disturbance between two other people. Everybody was screaming, he's not it. The whole community came out to support him. It just went away. The media didn't cover it. So if you want to say the media is not fucking biased, bullshit. This is your 100% proof how biased the fucking media is. That's his memorial? Look, that's his memorial. That's his memorial. The man was stopping a crime. He was doing a good deed and was shot. And nobody's given two fucks. I do. I give 100,000 fucking fucks. Every time I think about this dude, I want to cry because this is the problem. The fact that a Black man like this has to worry about fucking walking around society and being killed, that's the insanity. Because he didn't do anything wrong. That's what people don't get. That's the insanity. That's the craziness. That this man would ever have to think he'd get shot by a cop. Ever. That's the insanity in this. And when we fix that, we'll get better. But not doing what's going on right now and not falling into this bullshit and not buying into this anti-Semitic bullshit at all. What's going on is fucking anti-Semitism to the hilt, and why it's going on, I don't know. And what's going on, I don't know. It's so far above me. That's what I'm saying. Maybe I'm just a moron. Maybe Megan Rapinoe didn't use and live off of conservative Republican money. She doesn't go visit her family and give them money. She doesn't help her racist brother and racist family out. Maybe the Asian Holocaust didn't happen, where more people were killed than the German Holocaust, or the Jewish Holocaust, actually. Sorry, my people. Maybe all that didn't happen. Maybe this guy was brought to the limelight. Maybe he got a mural somewhere all over the country. Maybe there's murals of Jonathan Pryce all over this country saying this is the representation of a Black man. This is America's Black man. K.D. Brown was America's Black man. Those two are America's Black men. George Floyd, who, again, didn't do anything and is no cause to what happened after him. Rest in peace, George Floyd. You did not deserve to die whatsoever. And that guy did not need to go that far, I don't think. I don't know. I'm just telling you, rest in peace, George Floyd. You did none of this, but this man did nothing ever wrong. Never pulled a gun on people. Never did anything. That's what I'm trying to say. Why was he washed under? Why was he washed over? Would it have been because America would have been outraged? Because if all of America knew about this guy, everybody would have fucking lost it. That if the fire would have been lit, everything would have got going. That if America would have woke up for 2 minutes to realize that this wonderful human being had been killed, that the outrage would have woken everyone up to realize that, yeah, we are all humans and we do care about each other and we don't hate each other. Yeah, people say stupid jokes and people say silly things and we all say ignorant stuff all the time. I get told ignorant shit about Jewish and white people all the time, and it's just like, whatever. Like, it's not racist. The person saying it doesn't, they're not coming at me. They think they're being fun. They're friends of mine. They think it's funny. It's not, but whatever. They mean it in the nicest way. I could stop them, but it's not that big a deal. They're not going out hunting anyone. They're not trying to stop anyone. They're not going to not hire anyone. It's just an old joke that was put in their head about Jewish people or this and that. I used to get told all the time, you're Jewish, so you got money. Yeah. Anyway, I can go on and on. Guys, maybe, again, I've realized maybe I'm so fucking insane that I'm lost. I'm so schizophrenic that I'm crazy. Maybe to the point where nothing in my life is even real. Like, I'm not here full time with my daughter. My ex-wife isn't out smoking fucking pookie and lying to everyone and saying she was abused and she got PTSD. Maybe all that isn't happening. Do you see what I'm saying? Maybe we're not losing weird ass freedoms. Maybe the world isn't changing so quickly and so drastically and people aren't waking up like this hasn't happened every so many decades. Maybe that's happening. Or again, maybe I am out of my fucking gourd. Maybe I am out of my fucking gourd.
Are you kidding me, man?
What, are you kidding me?
You're kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
Are you kidding me? I mean, are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
You gotta be kidding me.
You gotta be kidding me.
You gotta be kidding me.
You're kidding me.
You're kidding me.
You're kidding me, right?
Are you kidding me? This guy, are you kidding me?
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 You kidding me?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me or what? You've gotta be kidding me.
You gotta be kidding me.
Jeez, you gotta be kidding me.
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me!
You gotta be kidding me.
You've gotta be kidding me.
You gotta be kidding me.
Gotta be kidding me.
You gotta be kidding me.
You've got to be kidding me.
You gotta.
It's gonna happen, whether you like it or not.